When you are going through a life-changing or heart-wrenching loss, it is so important to develop a support system around you. And part of that support system and the knowing of how to do that is to know what a safe person is. So I've developed an acronym around the word safe that works quite well to help you remember these different types of person and things that they will do to show that they're supportive. And if they're not, then they're not really a supportive person. And it might be somebody really close to you, but you can't assume who is going to be there for you when these things happen. Many times it changes and you find new people. So the first quality you want is S, a supportive person who supports you where your needs are, where your actual needs are, not by what they think you should need or they needed or anything like that, but your actual needs. And the way that a person can do that is by asking you questions, inquiring, or by observing and noticing things that you need as they enter into where you're at, not trying to say where you need to be. So it's supportive or a person who supports you, and that's huge, very huge need. So that's the first one. The second one is A for accepting, or they accept you for who you are and where you are. In other words, they meet you where you are. They don't try to pull you forward and make you be in a different place than you are. They meet you right where you are, as you are. That is allowing your uniqueness, and you want to find somebody who will respect and honor your uniqueness and your unique loss and your unique response to that loss. Okay? So acceptance is the second one. The third one is someone who faces the facts of what happened with you, the reality of the death, how it happened, who it happened to, all of that. They face it with you, okay? And they don't try to cause you to avoid those facts or to suppress those facts or to deny those facts. That is the third quality of someone who's safe for you. And the fourth one is empathy. Someone who shows you empathy. I'm going to talk a little bit about the difference between sympathy and empathy. And you can look it up online, and there's some good differences. But I definitely believe there is a difference. And sympathy is not what people need. Sympathy is more like you're just looking at the person from the outside. And, oh, so terrible what they went through. So sad what they went through. And it's more like something you would talk to somebody else about that person. And it's not entering in to what they're going through and really denying yourself and understanding where that person's coming from. Empathy enters into the pain and the loss with them. Not like fully absorbed. We're not talking about that. There has to be a difference and some objectiveness in order to help them. Because if you're fully them, you're not going to probably help them. You're going to become like them. So the empathy is definitely, about being kind and patience and having even unconditional love. Sympathy is a feeling for someone, whereas empathy is feeling with that someone, actually feeling with them. So sympathy is more superficial. Empathy takes a deeper level of identifying with that person right where they're at. And the way this is worded, I will probably do another video on some of the different ways people talk and say things, but I just want to give general concepts here. But empathy would be more like, I really am so sorry for what you're going through. So it's definitely unconditional and no judgment, and it's entering into that with the person in order to, because you want to help them. You truly want to help them. Not that you can fix it because you can't, but that you can just maybe one little thing you can do for that person. Just that they know that they've been heard finally. I just had someone recently go to our support group, and I wasn't the leader for that night, but I connected them to the support group, and I said, please let me know how it goes. And afterwards, she said we got it out, we told her story, and it was so good to be heard with no judgment. Okay, that's empathy. So it doesn't mean you're going to do any certain thing, but you definitely do want to care for the person. So I'm speaking from the point of view of you looking for people who are safe for you, if this is you that's hurting and wounded and you need that. But on the flip side of it, this is exactly if you want to help someone else who's grieving a life-changing loss, who's just, life has been turned upside down, who's experiencing deep heartache. If you want to help them, these are the qualities that they need. So this message goes both ways, okay? And all of us will probably be on both sides of that coin, if you want to say it that way. We need to know, and so many times we don't know what to do, and we do and say the things that are insensitive or that aren't helpful. And then when we go through it, we go, now I get it. Now I get what people need, because I know now what I need. So I just want to encourage you to remember that SAFE acronym, S for supportive, and A for accepting, and F for facing the facts with you, and E for empathizing with kindness and patience and unconditional love. So that's the short summary for today on those qualities that we need when our heart is broken and we're going through a life-changing loss, and also what we need to give to others. If you can really absorb those principles, you don't have to worry so much about what you say, or am I going to say the wrong thing? You're more likely going to know what to do, and they're going to feel it. Even if they're going to feel it. People can tell when you're empathizing, when you're truly trying to be supportive. And part of that is facing those facts with them. That's part of empathy. And when you're empathetic, you can be supportive. So, I went in order of the word safe, but they all intermix together. And if you're not accepting the person where they are and as they are, you cannot really empathize or be supportive. So they all tie in together. So I hope that blessed you today. Please share this video out, and God bless you. I'm Julie Kay, helping you find your way through grief and loss.